What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We finally have new knives out here. Oh my gosh. I just finished, listen, on Friday. Oh, I gotta turn myself down. I can hear my echoing in my iPad here. Hang on. I was like, who's talking? What is this obnoxious voice just talking over me? On Friday, I finished unboxing 15 I did 3 weeks worth of unboxing videos like by this last Friday. It was absolutely ridiculous. Are we still having the freaking error again? Oh my gosh. Anyways, whatever. All right. I have no idea if you guys can see me, or I'm sorry, if you guys can hear me, if you guys are there. Let me know in the chat if you guys are watching right now, if everything's still coming through okay. There we go. There we go. There's everybody. Yeah, I guess same kind of weird error as last week. Anyways. So, yeah, I just got done unboxing 3 weeks worth of unboxing videos. So what you're seeing out here is mostly brand new stuff that I've not shown yet. But it is literally a third, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 more boxes over there left unboxed. So I've got a ton of stuff to share with you guys, a ton of new stuff. Really excited about it. First off, I did something that I don't normally do. And that's, I went ahead and added all of the knives that you're seeing out here that you can actually buy right now. They're actually listed in the description. I don't know why I don't do that for live streams normally, because that's when I really, kind of, I mean, it's live, right? I should be linking this stuff if it's available. So any of this stuff that is available, you can find it in the description. All right, let's see here. Had to leave and come back. I don't know what the deal is. It's 2 weeks in a row now that it's done that. I even updated my phone and everything, so who knows? I got the live stream working on my. You know what it is? It's the freaking computer. It's out of. Yeah, the computer's like out of date or something. I need to update it. Okay, so anyways, let's see here. The green Mannix looks like some 90s N64 related thing. It does. Oh my gosh. It looks like the translucent N64 controllers. This thing is super cool. I think this was, correct me if I'm wrong, Knife Joker exclusive, the Mystic Green Mannix 2. This is the coolest lightweight. Listen, if you go back and you watch my first lightweight Mannix 2 video, it was the Maximum Mannix 2. I said, this is the only one of the lightweight Spydercos that actually feels just as solid as and just as capable. I mean, even though they all are just as capable as their G10 and steel counterparts, probably, right? This is the lightweight Mannix 2 is the only one that actually feels just as capable. This translucent Mystic Green is awesome. Some people are going to hate this. I love this. I would pick this up if it was still available. Sadly, it is not. CPM 20 CV on the steel there. That is super cool. You guys know I like to cover exclusive and Sprint Spydercos, even if you can't get them anymore. But yeah, I love that thing. A 90s pager or a Game Boy. Yeah, it looks like one of the Game Boy Color options. Let's see here. What steel he has, 20 CV. No, not a Hinderer Spark. Are you guys talking about this? You want to know what this is? Oh, man. This is a Hinderer custom I believe, pre-XM18 from 2003 to 2004. This is a Hinderer flashover. This is stupidly rare. Somebody sent this in. I mean, I have only seen pictures that, make me think this is a museum relic. But I was like, as a Hinderer fan, I have to handle that. That would be super cool. I have no idea what this is worth. I'm going to guess quite a bit. Here's the funny thing. The studs are in a crazy good position versus the standard 3-inch XM18 and XM18 3.5-inch. The studs on this guy are actually in the right spot. And they still are double as external stops. I mean, this is an ideal. I mean, I think it's maybe a little tiny bit bigger than an XM18 3-inch. Maybe it's the same size, but Wow, it works. I really like this. It's very similar to the XM18. In fact, I'm sure it was part of the evolutionary process, right? Very cool. You cannot buy that. I wish you could, but you can't. Let's see here. I got that DLT Dragonfly. I'm shocked. I like it so much. It doesn't feel as small in hand as I expected. That's great. Yeah, the DLT trading 20 CV Dragonfly is definitely still available. So you can, if you want to, you can use my DLT link in the description. Speaking of links in the description, we have two. Well, they're not there yet, but fairly soon I'll be adding two more. There'll be new links to some people who reached out, some groups that I want to work with that I think will be to your benefit. So I'm very excited to talk about that here soon. Let's see here. Opinions on the Hydra versus the Halo. Let's talk about the Hydra. First off, I don't know if you guys can see it. It just looks like a little mark. I accidentally point blanked myself with the Hydra. And the only reason I didn't end up in the hospital is because it ran into a callus. But it definitely still got me really good. I got really lucky, and I was being really stupid. I forget with these single actions, guys. These can be dangerous. That's why there's a safety on here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is primed and loaded. This little teardrop here, keep your hands away from the front. You move that over, and there's the firing button, right? Bam. This is powerful. Very powerful. The only reason the Halo feels a little more powerful, I think, is because it's throwing a lot more blade. But is this as satisfying? Oh, yeah. You can buy this right now. I linked it right down in the description. This is cool. I wish you could hear the sound in person. Boom! Powerful. There's nothing like reloading one of these. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. This is neat. The shape is a little goofy. I mean, it's the shape of the handle, especially when it's closed, is freaking it's like a club thing. But yeah, ergonomically it does work. I can understand why they did it like that. But yeah, it is powerful. It does fire hard, and it's got very minimal blade play. It does appear to be put together very well, and that is a super powerful single action OTF that is substantially less expensive than the Microtech Halo 6 and also American made, right? So yeah, for those of you wanting to scratch that single action OTF itch and wanting it to be an American made knife, that's a great option right now because there are a lot of those available. There's a bunch of colors too. So if you click the link, you can go in and see there's a whole bunch of different colors. I think they run 450 to 480, something like that. That's a lot of money, but extremely competitive versus the Halo 6. Extremely competitive. So let's see here. Pickle Manix. Pickle 8020.5. I would love a green 8020.5. I think that'd be super cool. Let's see here. Zell. I'm not gonna read your comment out loud. Scarab next to the 8020. Sure. There we go. This way. How about this way? Yeah, Scarab's a big boy. How about this way? Yeah, the Scarab is a big boy. And it also fires really hard. Does it fire harder than the Recon Elite or Recon 40? I don't know. They're both very, very similar in firing power. The Recon 40 is definitely smoother, though. So I think for those of you like waiting on a Scarab, like if it has to be the Scarab, I get it. But the Recon 40 is a better deal. Hands down. It's just a better deal. Same size, if not a little bit bigger. It feels like the same firing power. Smoother. Right? What's the second knife in the first row? This? It's the Knife Joker exclusive, I think, Knife Joker exclusive Spyderco Manix 2 in Mystic Green and 20 CV steel. Very cool. Let's see here. Yeah, the Hoback. Let's talk about that. So this is the Radford. Everybody pointed out, I said, oh, it looks like Jupiter's surface and all the storms. And everybody pointed out, is it the Jackson Pollock? Is it Jackson Pollock, the painting? And I was like, of course. They even told me that, the Hobacks. And this is not, the micarta is made by somebody. So you can Somebody in the comment section tell me this Starry Night micarta is made by a specific person. But there are lots of Radfords available as well, including this exact knife. And I think they have another one. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I feel like it's called Mexican Blanket, I think. But you can go get these. Those are linked down there in the description as well. They're pricey. It's got the adjustable detent, the Hogue rolling detent system, HRDS. Yeah. So, yeah, those are down there as well. That micarta is very interesting. Oh, the top. You meant the top one. This guy. This is the McNees, the new McNees MP. Let me just look at my description here real quick. It's the second. What? Third link. McNees PM Mac 2. This is a smaller one. I feel like they make a larger one. Very expensive, but I will say this. So this is a US made knife. Very straightforward, right? The finish on the blade is awesome. I think that with my hands, a larger one would solve a lot of the issues, a lot of things that I'm going to complain about. But if you like smaller knives, getting used to that thumb stud was a little bit tricky for me because the angle is just a little bit weird on it. But it is very smooth. And the finish on the blade is beautiful. Oh, I love that slightly reflective tumble. That's just really nice. Clip is I think this probably should have had an insert and an over travel stop because it doesn't. You know, especially just for what they want for it. It's premium materials, but it's just missing a couple of those little touches. But yeah, you can get that too. It's down there. Let's see here. Oh boy, 151 in here. Only in 11 minutes. Thank you very much. I'm glad. Was it the thumbnail? Probably. What's in the box? Oh, we're going to talk about that. Yeah, don't you worry. Don't you worry, baby birds. I'm going to feed you a little bit. A little bit. We are definitely going to talk about it. Oh, there's 170 people in here. Okay. Wow. Let's see. Smash that like button. Yeah. What are the likes at right now? I can't even see it. 37? 37! There's 170 of you in here. What do you do? I'm just kidding. Let's see. Yeah, there is a lot of color. Yeah, everybody keeps making fun of me. They're like, every time we watch one of your videos, it's like in black and white. It's like, you can't tell because there's like no color, right? Let's see here. If it's not meatball related, I'm going to be mad. Well, I'm sorry. I just thought I just wanted to put something, you know, provocative. It has nothing to do with spicy meatballs, but right, because I'm sure people are like, "Oh, is it an Italian?" No, it's just I just wanted to put a noun and an adjective in there. But we just wait a little bit. Let's see here. Anytime somebody says 37, I think of the movie Clerks. Man, I haven't seen that since college, like when I was 19. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Let's see here. G-Carta by Hansen and Sons. Thank you very much. Yes, that's what this is. Thank you. What does it feel like? I mean, you can definitely feel it. It's definitely a little grippy texture, not really textury, but you kind of, it's fibrous, right? It feels exactly like it looks. Does that make sense? It's an easy way to get out of that question. The Radford feels a little bit smoother than some of the other Hobacks that I've handled. I mean, Hobacks are smooth, but I have handled a couple and they were sent in by viewers. There was a couple of older Hobacks that I did not review because I was very unimpressed with the action, but these newer ones definitely. This isn't a fall shut knife, it's a wiggle shut knife, but it is very consistent on the inside. And the detent break is very crisp. There's some other things. We'll talk about that when we review it. Like I said, you guys don't have to. You can wait for me to review it or not. You know, I put the links down there so you guys can make your own decisions. This guy is the best. Thank you, Tom Fury. That was very nice of you. Thank you. What's the Spyderco at the bottom? Second to the left. This is the third. Second. Yeah, I think you're talking about this. Is Manix 2 Knife Joker exclusive Manix 2 in Mystic Green and 20 CV steel. Let's see. Did Strider ever fix the lock rock on all his model? I have handled a PT, an SNG, an SMF, at least 3 actual Striders. I believe they're all newer. None of them had lock rock. I have heard lots of stuff, about Striders from a long time ago, that had lock rock. Maybe the 3 that I handled were just really, really good examples. Or maybe they've actually fixed it. I don't know. Hinderer, for example, used to have lockup issues. Like people would, say, oh, there's rock, there's wiggle. They say that there's issues with the lockup, right? And now all of them are fixed, right? So that's definitely been the case with Hinderer in the past. Many different companies. So I don't know. Maybe he's fixed it. Maybe he hasn't. I'm not really sure. I haven't handled that many. I've only handled 3. Yes, there is a Bradford out here. And it's exactly what I thought it would be. This is a Bradford Guardian 3. In this case, we have a Crewwear sheep's foot. By the way, the 666 on there was an engraving that was done by I think it was a humorous inside joke. The person who sent this, right? They're not actually printed that way. But yeah, this is about the most perfect EDC fixed blade. And I've linked these down there as well. DLT has a crap load of these. In M390, in Crewwear, in various steels, right? They've got drop point, they've got, I think, maybe harpoon and sheep's foot. They've got a whole bunch of these. This is excellent. Really, really nice. I love that choil there behind the blade. And you can make use of it, getting a full 4-finger grip, and at the same time having a ton of cutting edge to work with. This is a really nice sized fixed blade. And if it's too small for you, they make bigger ones. They make the 4 and the 4.5 and whatever, right? Really cool. I love that. I'm so glad it was what I wanted. Did I say that one's linked on there? 218 people. Holy moly. 222. Dang, I wonder why there's so many people in here. I wonder why everybody clicked on this video. I still love it when people are like, dude, stop with the clickbait. Like, why do you make it clickbait? Why do you do that? Because I want you to click on my videos. Why else would I make clickbait? Come on. Oh, man. I'm not going to beat that dead horse. Hey, I mean, here's the thing. True clickbait is clickbait that lies, that gets you to watch because you think that it's something else. At least my videos tell the truth, right? I just like to give a piece of it. I like to give a spicy piece of it, right? Love you, dude. I clicked. Thanks, man. I clicked because I saw you were live. Thank you. That's why I want you to, that's why I want you to click. I just want people to come in here and hang out. Let's see here. The Chavez TAK, you want to see the tiny ass knife? So if you watch the Knife Nuts podcast episode here recently, which by the way, guys, go subscribe to Knife Nuts podcast YouTube channel. They've been doing a great job of like uploading more like little tidbits here and there alongside their actual podcast episodes. Levon does not like how this looks at all. I was laughing so hard in their video because he was like, he was like, I love Ramon Chavez, but that is so ugly. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think that's why I'm drawn to it. Honestly, I'm more drawn to it because it's such a little tank. I didn't link this one. I should have. You can definitely still go to Blade HQ and get the G10 versions of these. You can use my Blade HQ link, which is down there as well. Sorry, one sec. I think it's cool. And it's a Riat Chavez that's way less expensive than the Liberation or the 229 Redemption. Let's see here. Hey, I made it. Love your content, MC. Keep being awesome. Thank you very much, Ian Emmons. Appreciate that. Where are all those likes? I know, right? Jeez, there's only 98 of them. No, it's okay. That joke is tired. People will like this. You guys can like it or not like it, or dislike it, or do whatever you want, right? It's up to you. What's with the SOG? I gotta tell you guys. Other than the fact that okay. This is absolutely a capable knife. It's also a really impressive knife for SOG. This is the SOG Seal XR, and it is a $180 SOG. But oh my goodness, is this thing robust. This is S35VN. We have countersunk steel liners. We have the XR lock, which is very fidgety, very smooth. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This is smooth. It has a ridiculously, the detent is so powerful on this thing. It flips hard. This is a big, meaty, robust tank. The one thing, now, first off, I don't know if you guys can see it. There is jimping from here all the way around. All of this is jimping. You're not going to drop this, right? It's more likely to bond to your hand, right? Your skin is going to like mold to the jimping. The texturing's nice. It's very ergonomic. It's very comfortable, right? There's a lot of good here. I just wish they hadn't used injection mold plastic out here. They would have really knocked this out of the park if this was G10. I don't know why they skipped out on that. Like, come on. It's not that much more expensive, but it just gives it that much more of a premium feel. And it'll function the same way, right? This is good. Like, this was impressive for SOG, but that's something I'm going to nitpick in the review. I just don't like something like that, especially with a company like SOG that's been doing a certain thing that's like we've been cringing at, like this part of the knife world has been cringing at for so long, and then they do something like this and it's like, oh cool, but you still did the freaking plastic thing. Like, you did everything else pretty well there, you know. It's a really cool knife. That was sent to me by Jimmy Slash. You guys know Jimmy Slash, right? Definitely go subscribe to Jimmy Slash. Absolutely. Let's see. What do I think about the new CPM MagnaCut? I cannot wait until that steel gets to Pete from Cedric and Ada. I can't wait until it gets into the hands of a lot of different people who are going to test it, because that's, you know, that's like Laren Thomas's superpower being born into a blade steel. For those of you who don't know who Laren Thomas is, that's the gentleman who has provided more information, more, you know, analytical, like helpful information about like all the little complexities breaking down steel composition. That guy is a godsend to our world, and he created this steel. I can't wait. I think Chris Reeve knives are going to use MagnaCut. I cannot wait to, I mean, I'm not going to be able to test it in a way that's going to be comprehensive, but I can't wait to get feedback from some of these other channels that are doing stuff like that. And I will definitely go out of my way to own a knife in it for sure. Yes, Jimmy Slash is really cool. He's a really nice guy. Where's your design like cut lover? Cutlery lover? I don't know. I'm still like, I feel really weird about designing something, you know? I don't know if I'm brave enough. Like, I'm brave enough to critique everything else, but I don't know if I guess that makes me a coward, right? Like, I don't mind critiquing other people's work, but do I want to put my own design out there? No, because I'm not a knife. I don't know that I'd be able to do it, right? I mean, like, if I ever do it, it would almost certainly come under heavy criticism, because there'd be a whole bunch of, despite my ability to, in some cases, accurately critique things that are bad, I don't know that necessarily translates to someone who can design a knife really well. I don't know. If I do it, it'll be way down the road. And I also would need, nobody has ever really, like, I've had some smaller companies be like, hey, if you want to pitch us a design, but honestly, I don't think I'd even consider it unless it was an American, like, I would want to work with an American company. I mean, I have no problem paying money for a really high-end, you know, knife that is not made in the United States. Just me personally, I would really like to work with an American OEM if I was going to do that. So probably way down the road, if that ever becomes a thing, right? If it was easy, every knife lover could do it. Exactly. Like, we all love knives, and many of the people in here right now, a lot of you guys can do exactly what I'm doing on this channel. A lot of you guys could easily start your own channel and, you know, blow up and be bigger than me in half the time that it took me, right? I mean, what I do is much easier than designing and, you know, creating a good design, right? And I think lots of people can design something, but designing something that works, I think that's like 1 in 1,000, you know? The titanium knife on the far right is the Hinderer flashover. Yes, it's very old, 2003 Rick Hinderer design. Like, Rick Hinderer probably made that in his garage, most likely. Let's see here. CPM Complex 19. Magna Pickle. 75. Oh man, that's funny. Stone down jimping on the SOG and it's good to go. I mean, yeah, that would make sense. Break out the chop. So I keep calling this thing the Choppa, and I was wrong. It's actually the MP6. You can buy this right now as well. Oh, follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. This is the MP6, the J. Hoback MP6. And it is a gigantic sharpened piece of steel that it's 3V. And it's nearly a 1/4 inch thick. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I kind of wish that the whole finish on here was a bit more premium. But then again, you're just going to beat the crap out of it. But then again, it's like $350, right? It's very sharp. I don't think you can destroy this. I think it's probably a pretty, especially considering it doesn't really have a tip. I think it's pretty much indestructible. Yeah, there's this, and then there's the Choppa, which is the actual chopper version of this. I linked this down in the description. You can find the other Hoback fixed blades. And then there's another one like this, but it's actually got like a tip. So if you want this, but like in a drop point blade, yeah, they've got that. These are expensive fixed blades, and I don't think you can. I honestly don't think you would need heavy machinery to break this. It's a pretty indestructible build. But yeah, it's definitely cool. Let's see here. Instead of fostering unwanted dogs, you foster into man knives in the Toto knife YouTubers. What? Yeah. I do try to seek things out that are in high demand on purpose, right? Because I know even if you can't get them, people are still interested, right? Like a lot of what it is, I mean, I definitely want people watching my videos, but I also want people to know who are like, okay, I can't go buy this new, but if I hunt one down on the secondary market, I'd like to know what you think and what I should be paying for it and stuff like that, you know. What time is it? 9:28. So listen. What's in here is going to make everybody poop their pants when it's revealed. If you might be able to guess when it's going to be revealed, and that's on June 4th. Now, sadly, and I know I'm going to watch the population drop off. Don't, because it's going to be fun. We're going to keep talking about stuff. Don't. But I actually can't reveal this. I'm actually sworn to secrecy on this. But I can promise you that a lot of the people in here, when this you need, I can't even give you guys hints. On June 4th, this will be all over social media. I can promise you it will be. And my video will go up, my unboxing, where I lost my mind because I was convinced that this was something else. I did not know what this was, and I opened it up and freaked out. I was so happy. I was so happy about this. So it is. This is mine now. And what I'm going to do with it is even beyond. I had this awesome idea for what I'm going to do with it, and I cannot wait to share this with you guys. But yeah, be paying attention June 4th. If you don't, I mean, like the people behind it, they'll, if you're not following them, don't worry. You're obviously following me right now. You're subscribed to me. My upload will go up on June 4th, which is just a few days from now. But this is very exciting. I am extremely, extremely pumped about that knife. So I wish that I could tell you guys more, but it's out here as a teaser. If you watch my live streams, then you know I love to mess with everybody. But I also like to follow through with promises and stuff. So yeah, it's coming. Let's see here. Consider my britches sharded. Let's see here. Everybody's guessing. I'm not gonna answer your guesses. I can't. I'm seriously. Like legally, I can't say what that is. So you just gotta wait. I don't know if it'll be at Blade Show or not. What? It's June 4th somewhere in the world. I don't think that's accurate. I don't think it is. Let's see here. Favorite ProTech and why? The best knife that ProTech makes, I think, is the full size Rockeye Auto, the Les George Rockeye Auto. It's because the handle shape is it's exactly the same as the original Rockeye or VECP. Blade shape is a perfect simple drop point. Makes perfect sense as an auto. There's plenty of a guard to keep your finger away from the blade. The new ones are in S35 USA made. Fires super hard. Lightweight for what it is. Extremely capable for a side opening automatic. And I also really like the ProTech SNGs because, come on, cool factor. That's an automatic Strider. Those are the two best ProTechs, in my opinion. Let's see here. Slicey. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. Slicey agrees. Yeah, the Rockeye is the best ProTech. And here's that's tough because ProTech doesn't really make a bad knife. If you guys, I've said this a million times. I love ProTech. They're an excellent company. They're easy to support because they're good people. They make their knives, in the United States. They cater to like everybody, and if you're new and you're like, oh, I don't know which ones are the good ones. Literally close your eyes and click on anything. It's going to be a good knife and you're going to pay a reasonable amount of money for it. ProTech is an excellent company. You can't go wrong. I love them. They're great. Nobody better ever say anything bad about Pro. Don't you dare. Let's see. I'm kidding. You can think whatever you want. Let's see. Is the jimping worse on the SOG than the Man X2 XL? Yes. Yeah, the jimping on the SOG is freaking crazy. And it also creates a problem while you're flipping it. Like when you flip this thing, which by the way, the flipper tab is also jimped to the max, right? You come down on this freaking, it's like the back of a stegosaurus. It's just like, oh my God, why? I honestly think I could saw a small tree down with the back of this knife. Let's see here. You still have the shadow. No, the shadow went back to Nick Chavez. I'm trying to get my hands on a Mordax right now. Oh man. Like the ProTech or the OG Mordax? Because that was a knife that I never got to. That's a knife I never got to own. Back when I was collecting and buying and selling and trading before I started the channel, the titanium Mordax was definitely one. What were those? $500? I really wanted one of those. And ProTech did a titanium one as well, but that original big boy, that oh my gosh, the Ferrum Forge titanium Mordax, that was $450 or $500. That was a sweet knife. Is Stasa in here? What's up, Stasa? I don't have to tell you guys to subscribe to Slicey because you probably Slicey. Sticey. Sticey Dicey 23. Stasa 23. Subscribe to Stasa. Definitely. Slicey Dicey. Subscribe to him if you're not. I imagine you probably already are. Let's see here. The JK 3.5 pre-order's coming up. I did hear about that. Do you think you could ever do a video with Frunky? Yes. In fact, I asked him about coming on Knife Guy with me at some point, and he said, yeah. I also spoke with some other people in the knife community about that. Pete from Cedric Grenada. At some point, I will have a Knife Guy with Pete. This is not, we're not confirmed yet, but I had a chat with Talon Sai about coming on Knife Guy at some point. He's doing some traveling right now. But we've been talking, just after what happened with him on YouTube, the demonetization thing. And he said, yeah, that'd be cool. After I get all this traveling and stuff that he's doing right now, once he gets done with that. So yeah, he said, that we could work that out. So I'll talk more about that down the road. And then also Taylor from Best Ham EDC will also definitely make an appearance on Knife Guy at some point. And then I need to get Ray from Everyday City Carry, and Eugene Kwan will eventually do one with me. A lot of the reviewers and people that you guys I mean, at some point I'd like to talk with all of them, So yeah, they're all really nice people and easy to talk with, so it should be a lot of fun. How would you compare Olamic cutlery to other brands like CRK and CKF? Just as good. They are not as smooth. They feel a little bit tighter in the pivot. I would say where the Olamic cutlery might lack in that ultra luxurious action department that you might get with CKF, or like the incredible precision that you get with Chris Reeve knives, because there's a perfect example of why like ultra smooth action is not necessarily the end all be all of that territory. Chris Reeve knives have the opposite end of the spectrum. They have it's really tight action, right? The hydraulic action, but they're very precision. I don't think Olamic that doesn't. Some of the corners are a little sharp on the blade and areas like that, but what they're bringing to the table is the incredible uniqueness that comes with every single model and the amazing complexity that goes into the different designs. So you have like a different texture pattern, a different or finish on the titanium. You'll have more or less holes. You'll have different, like the hardware will be different colors. You'll have this backspacer that's this pattern, or it's textured, or it's rock pattern, or it's floating, or it's for gold, or what. There's so many varying, levels of, custom work that they do. It's just crazy. Now, overall quality, though, yes, it is definitely in the same ballpark. But depending on what you're used to and what you're after and what you value, you might like Olamic more than Chris Reeve knives. CKF, it's hard because like if I was gonna spend $700 on a knife, if I was gonna spend $600 to $700 on a knife, I would probably go with a CKF out of those three. But if I was gonna spend $400 to $500, I'd probably consider an Olamic before I'd consider a Chris Reeve knife, because the only Chris Reeve that I would really consider picking up again is the Umdamzon. I'm not really interested in the Sabenza. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, customer service with Olamic is incredible. And I mean, US company, right? Really cool. Now, I'm about to handle a Rainmaker. I will say that the Whippersnapper was incredibly smooth. Smoother than the 247s I've handled. I've heard the Rainmaker is also incredibly smooth. So we'll see. I'll handle the Rainmaker here soon. Only the black and green gray for fight. Black, green, and gray? Okay. I got the frag with the Mokutai. Really excited for the multiple deployment options. Cool. Hey, speaking of multiple deployment options, the Sumo is gone. You guys bought the crap out of that thing. Thank you. Tons of you guys used my link, and I very much appreciate that. Seriously, like 70 of you use that link. So I imagine many of you will have Sumos here soon. And congratulations to the people who got them. They're gone on DLT. There might still be some on Knife Center if you're trying to get a Sumo. So there you go. But just, yeah, thank you guys for using my link. Let's see here. Unicorn fart. It's retracted. He retracted it. I'm sure he's like, no, don't say. He saw it and then said it on the live stream. Oh, that was funny. Handle the 247 and love the flipping. It was too small. Okay. You should have them build you a full-size Wayfarer. If you don't know, they make a big boy Wayfarer, 9¼ inches. Go to their website. Pretty cool. Should have Jeremy Sears on Knife Guy. That would be awesome. He is hilarious. I don't get mad at me. I'm not sure who that is. Maybe I should know. So I will look him up after this live stream. Let's see here. Too much caffeine, my bad, MC. He's just sitting there shaking. Unicorn fart. Yeah, caffeine will do that to you for sure. Let's see. Thoughts on the G&G Hawk deadlock? The OTF? It's probably the great. I mean, like that's like the pinnacle OTF. It's, in my opinion, that's the best looking OTF in existence. And it also has no blade play. I mean, I can't. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't considering buying one. So yeah, for sure. Show off that Para 3. Oh yeah, here's another one you can get. Linked right down in the description right now. The new. I got a weird thing about teal right now. I just like it. These teals and greens and purples, they just look good. That's part of the reason why I asked Jake Hoback to send the purple sumo, because I think it's cool. The lightweight Para 3 teal and S90V for $140. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal. Kind of surprised that these are still hovering around. Maybe they just made a ton of them. But if you like teal and you've never tried out the Para 3, the Para 3 lightweight is definitely one of the greatest EDC designs of all time. And now you can get it in a ridiculous, an exotic steel like S90V for $140. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. It's summer. Teal is cool for a couple months. I would never wear a teal t-shirt. But would I carry a teal pocket knife? Yeah, absolutely. That teal's not a... I have a light complexion and like brownish red hair, right? Teal's not a good... It's not a color that I want to be wearing, right? I like dark green, gray, navy blue, black, right? Those are the colors. That's dark red. Those are the colors that I like to wear. Let's see. North Carolina colors in Kansas. Definite Roy Williams connection. That was it. I appreciate that you reached for that. We miss Roy. We do. We still fondly, we'll scroll through the channels, and if they're playing, Kansas fans will sit there and watch a North Carolina game just so we can look at Roy. Oh wait, did he retire? Why am I thinking that? I can't remember. Did Roy Williams retire, or is he still going? I don't know why that's in my head. We do miss Roy Williams, though, but we're very happy with Bill Self. And believe me, Kansas is very, very happy with Bill Self, despite last season not being incredible. Let's see here. Are there still Eclipse Tri-Way Bowies hovering around out there? Somebody messaged me yesterday about Bowie Eclipse Tri-Ways. Where did those drop? Southern Edges? Somebody figure that out. If that is that accurate? Are there Eclipse Bowies at Southern Edges? I knew that there were some that dropped at White Mountain Knives. Yes, Southern Edges. There might still be. So if you guys are like, oh my God, I need a Hinderer, it's okay. You can leave my live stream. There is if you really want a Hinderer right now, if the Eclipse Bowies are still at Southern Edges, it's worth picking one up. So there you go. I don't make any money from that. I'm just letting you guys know that's where they are. Mark B says, hey, from Thailand. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. 11 people immediately dropped from the live stream. He did announce retirement this year. That's why I thought that. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure. There are a lot of Bowies at Southern Edges. What are you guys doing? Go get them. Like, once people figure out they're there, they're going to be gone immediately. Again, I make no money. I'm just letting you guys know because people are constantly asking me, where can I get a freaking Hinderer? I want a Hinderer so bad. The Bowie Eclipse is a really good-looking Hinderer. It's the same size as the XM18 3.5 inch, and in my opinion, second right in line in terms of preference to the XM18. If it was a Harpoon Spanto and I could buy a titanium scale, I would have bought one because I just like the Harpoon Spanto. But yeah. No, they're not. They're not gone that. There's no way they're gone that quickly. No way. and they're gone. People always tell me, they're like, this sold out right after you did the. Sometimes they are selling anyway. It's not me. Like, I only get a teeny tiny piece of that traffic. Most of the reason stuff sells out is because people are just buying it, right? The Viper Storm is great. I felt bad about that because they were definitely available when I did that video. I was like, you can buy these. And everyone went to the link and they're like, no, you can't. They're gone. And I was like, God dang it. Because I pre-recorded it. It was like 2 weeks before you guys saw it. And then in that 2 week period, they all sold. So, yeah. Let's see here. Many leather-bound books. That fellow there is on a roll with comments tonight. They have 25 available this minute. Well, yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know it's hard to just be like, I wasn't thinking about it, and then all of a sudden drop $425 on a knife. But I mean, like, when are Hinderers available ever? They're just not, right? I mean, that's we just live in another Hinderer scarcity time period. So, I mean, I know a lot of you are waiting for a specific one, but the Bowie Eclipse, I think Slicey has one. The Bowie Eclipse is really good looking. I love the Bowie on the Eclipse. I don't like the blade as much on the XM18, but it looks fantastic on the Eclipse because the body lines are straight. They follow the lines of the blade. So the Bowie, in my opinion, is accentuated properly on the Eclipse. It just looks good. Collector Knives has 5 storms left. Well, there you go. If I had the money right now, I'd be snagging an Eclipse, but I have to wait another month or so. Hey, I get that completely. Because after the Scarab purchase, I have to wait as well. But I will be buying something very crazy next month. Absolutely. MC, when you say a knife, they disappear. Love you, but your availability cancer. No, I'm not that bad. There are some, listen, if the dealer only has 10 of them and I make a video, then yeah, they're probably going to sell out. But if a dealer has like 2,500 of them, like if it's a Blade HQ thing, and they sell out, that's not my fault. That's the marketing from the retailer, right? Or just popularity of the model. So it depends. It's circumstantial, right? What have we not talked about yet? Spyderco Emphasis. Really cool. Yeah, it sucks that they're HCR 13 MOV, but if you've never tried out a Spyderco, better to roll the dice on a $57 knife than a $200 Spyderco, right? This is cool, and it's the larger of the family. So, yeah, I like this one. Spy Opera, Fancy Boy. Absolutely a Fancy Boy. That's the new Italian lockback. That's a Line Steel collaboration. Pretty cool. Wire clip. Nice micarta. And I believe M390. Yeah, M390 steel on that. You can buy this guy right now. I think that's linked down below. The Sonoma V2 in micarta and a titanium liner lock. Very cool. Very much love for this one. I think you can only get this on the Giant Mouse website right now. The original was titanium, which you can absolutely still get on Blade HQ. That's a cool one. Anything else that we have not talked about here tonight? No, I've picked everything else up. Everything except for this. I know you guys are dying to see what's in that box. It will be worth the wait. I mean, a few people are going to go, oh, I don't really like it. But I feel like most people are going to go, holy crap. That's freaking awesome. Let's see here. First impressions on the Sonoma V2, it's great. The price tag of $200 is going to be a little high for some people. I would have really loved it if that thing came in at like $165. 200's, but it's nice. It's a nice knife. It's a nice profile, nice flipping action, great ergonomics, great materials. It's $200, you know. Para 3 Tanto absolutely needs to happen. Have they announced that yet? I mean, I feel like it's like any day now they're going to go, hey, guess what? We're doing this Para 3 and a Tanto. And we're going to be like, we know. Why did you wait so long to do it? I want an all black Para 3 Tanto. That's what I want. That'd be cool. MC, what custom will you be hunting for next? I don't know. But I have a lot of stuff that I'm about to get. If you're wondering, where does he sell his knives? I sell my knives to my patrons, and I offer ridiculous discounts because I will never sell number one, I'll never sell a knife for more than what I paid. And if I overpaid for it, I'll never sell a knife for more than what it was supposed to cost from the maker or the retailer. I always chop a huge chunk of the cost off of it, even more if it's been used. But I have a whole bunch of stuff to sell. So to you patrons, you can be expecting a knife sale coming up here. And if you're wondering, how can I join your Patreon and be a part of that? I have a $1 tier. $1 a month for anybody who is interested in just being a part of that group of people that I offer my knives up for sale for. So you can check out my Patreon in the description if you want to. But I have a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to sell, and I will absolutely be hunting another custom outside of the one that should be finished. The one that I'm having built for me should be finished this month, in June. So you guys might see it at the end of June. I don't know, but I'm definitely hunting some other stuff outside of that. Let's see here. Whenever MC has a mystery box, we all turn into Brad Pitt. Yeah. How often do I sell knives there? I don't know. I have patrons in here. How often do I do it, guys? Once a month? Something like that. I do. That's not the only thing I do in there, though. I have once a week Patreon exclusive content. We also do other special things that I can't really talk about unless you are a patron because of the way that Patreon has their policy set up. But I'm extremely active on Patreon. And anybody in here who's supporting me on Patreon will tell you the same thing. Let's see here. Yeah, Blade HQ is always a little bit slow with the orders, but it always makes it, and they're the biggest retailer. They get a lot of knives to ship out, right? So I'm happy to buy from Blade HQ, even if it takes a couple extra days. Now I can't Uber Arc because I'm still demonetized, so YouTube won't let me make money off of that. But you can join Patreon if you want to support me. They can't touch my Patreon. So if you want to donate, you can do a one-time donation on Patreon as well. No, I'm not remonetized yet, but I can appeal it on June 4th, which I will, and I'm fairly certain that it'll get turned back on because it was obviously it has to be a mistake. It has to be. I've combed over all my content. It has to be a mistake. So, but it could take 5 months for them to get to it, right? So I'll reapply, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I don't care. I'm going to keep making content. No, it's okay. Seriously, I don't want anybody to fret or think that I'm suffering because I'm not monetized. I'm not. When people click on my links, I get paid for that. I make a commission. When you guys click on my links and buy stuff, I make commissions. Those links are very healthy. The channel's doing very well with those. And Patreon is also very healthy. So I still have income, and I'm still going. It would be nice to have my monetization back. It would be nice to make ad revenue, but I'm not right now, and it's okay. So don't feel sorry for me. There are other channels out there who rely completely and totally on ad revenue. And so those people who are demonetized, those are the people who are hurting. Let's see here. YouTube is poo-poo town. I'm glad that seems to have caught on in your vocabulary. That is definitely how I describe anything that I don't like. Poo-poo town, population, whatever. Us, I guess. Let's see here. What time is it? It's 53. We're 8 minutes to 10, but this is when I like to let people ask me whatever they want. Any weird random question. I know you guys kind of do that anyway, but yeah, feel free to literally ask me whatever you want right now, and I will do my best to give you a solid answer. Muscuzzi. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to show this to you guys. I just can't wait. I'm so pumped. Did I see the RJ Martin auction? No. What did it go for? I'm curious. Wait, there were multiple, right? I can't remember. It's RJ. Are you talking about RJ Martin and Shiro? Oh, 7,500. Oh my gosh. Holy poo-poo. It's watermelon time. What knife do I most regret selling? Let me think. Man, that's a good question because I regret selling a lot. Okay, I'll tell you. The knife that I regret selling the most, I could kick myself. When DLT Trading did a non-flipper fullard spear, I had a 3.5-inch stonewashed non-flipper fullard spear that was as perfect as you could ever want from a Hinderer knife. And I had my titanium scale on it. And I sold that because I had the itch and I wanted to get a new S45VN Spanto. And then I sold that one 2 weeks later. That was the dumbest thing. I want my Fullard Spear XM18 back so bad. If DLT does another run of those, I will buy 2 of them. I love that. That is the bet because you can reverse flick it with the Fullard. Oh my God. And the non-flipper man, actually, I'm getting like frustrated just talking about it. Somebody from my Patreon got that thing mint. I sold them, one of my patrons, I sold that knife absolutely mint for $300. Oh my God, why did I let that go? Oh, that's stupid. I want it back. God dang it. It's not a drunken. No. I'll tell you that. It's not a drunken. I can say this. There's a US Spyderco in that box. It's a USA Spyderco. So there you go. That's it. That's all the information I'm given. Do you wear Crocs at all? And outside of that, no. But it's not because I think I'm too cool for Crocs. I just don't own any. But if there were Crocs in this house, would I put my feet in them? Yeah, I would. I would do that for sure. What am I wearing? A plain black t-shirt and some athletic, some like skinny fitted athletic pants. So yeah, pretty hot stuff. How much is too much for a knife? Impossible question. It depends on the individual, right? Like the most I could ever see myself spending on a knife right now is about $1,500. But I'm well aware of knives that are much more that are definitely worth it. So it's a combination of the limitations of your budget and the limitations of your own personal value system, which is going to be an individual thing in the beginning, but you have to apply your personal value system to every single knife. Like anybody who just says like, no knife is worth more than this, no matter what, I'm like, well, you're an idiot because you don't know. You've not experienced it. You've not seen everything, right? You're just tiptoeing into this and you're using the limited field of vision to make that determination, right? So there is no too much. I know that that's not an answer that people want, but I mean, that's the truth. Croc life. What's the knife on the bottom right? The Hinderer or the folding knife is the Hinderer flashover. It's very old. This is a handmade knife from Rick Hinderer from 2002, 2003 or so. And then this is the MP6 fixed blade from Jake Hoback, 3V and G10. You can definitely buy the MP6. There's a link for it right down in the description. Have I said that enough tonight? Hey guys, subscribe for daily knife content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some of the very best online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks! How many times have you heard that? Every day? Yeah. I skip it. If I go back and watch my own videos. I skip it. Hey, I heard Nick Chavez did an impression of me on his Instagram live. Was anybody in there? Somebody was saying in the chat before I started the live stream that Nick, because a long time ago I did an impression of Nick in one of my lives, and he did. Somebody told me that he did, so I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I can't figure out what that would sound like. Let's see. Yeah, it does look like a Norseman. It just doesn't have the recurve. Excuse me. What's the June 4th Spyderco? You'll have to wait till June 4th. Sorry. That's the spicy meatball box from the thumbnail. Am I going to do a fans only? You mean an OnlyFans? No, nobody would want that. Believe me, you wouldn't want that. Was a great impression. He got me. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to go find that. If somebody could do it, if anybody who's got screen recording applications, if you could find it and send a video file to me, that would be excellent. If not, I'll find it myself. But I can't wait. MC, I've noticed knives are becoming more expensive at the mid-range. Do you recommend any in that category? What do you mean mid-range? Like, to me, mid-range is either the $200 territory or the $500 territory. It just depends on what you're talking about. But I mean, like, at the $200 mark, there's a lot of like decent ZT knives. Kaiser is doing all right. Concept's doing really well. Some less expensive Riots in that territory. Giant Mouse does some good stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff in there. The $500 territory, there's lots of stuff I recommend, but that's the area that's sold out all the time. Hinderer, Chris Reeve, your Les George, your Demco's, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that's definitely recommendable. It's just always sold out. Okay, Eclipse income. Good. Some of you guys did go over to Southern Edges and get I'll say that one more time. If you're hunting a Hinderer, head over to Southern Edges right now. They got a whole bunch of Eclipse Bowies that are really good looking. Different ano sides. They got battle bronze, battle blue, regular, the shiny blue, the shiny bronze, like the stonewash, and then they got the plain size. They got working finish on the blades. They got tumbled on the blades. They're all 20 CV or M390, I can't remember, and they got a bunch of different colors. So that's a good, if you've been waiting for a while, that's a good one to grab for sure. Southern Edges. I don't make any money. I'm just telling you guys because I know you're hunting those. Have I ever removed the ano from a Hinderer? No, I have not. Great. Does an awesome Grateful Panic does an awesome Chavez impersonation. I'll have to check that out. Do I like Battle Blue? Yeah, I mean I like the Battle Anos better than the Stonewashed Anos, but I like the Stonewashed blade better than the working finish blade. And unfortunately, you can only get the Battle Anos with the working finish blade. Like, it's just the only way that he does it. I think it'd be really cool if Rick did some battle or some working finished frames with a tumbled blade, but for whatever reason he doesn't do that. Have I ever modded a knife on my own? I mean, not really, not in the sense that you're referring to, most likely. I mean, I've taken knives apart and added custom hardware. Yeah, I've done that hundreds of times, but like modded something, like used a Dremel to change something, or no, I've never done anything. I've never like anodized my own stuff or anything like that. Deploy the Halo. You mean the Heretic Hydra? Yeah. So you can buy this. There's a link right down in the description. It's way less expensive than the Halo 6. And it fires hard. In fact, it probably would have gone all the way through my hand had that callus not been there. But it got me about like literally this much when in that callus slowed it down, and it was kind of a lancing blow. But that whole thing, don't ask me what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention. I had it like this, and I had my hand in front of it. Actually, I just got a little nervous right there. Yeah, be careful with these. They are much more powerful than a regular double action knife. But yeah, I think these are $450. Make sure if you're going to pick one of these up that it's legal in your area to own and or carry. Let's see here. Yeah, I really, it swelled up a little bit, and I was like, oh crap, this is bad. I really thought that it went in and caught the bone. These can be dangerous. I'm glad that they have a safety, but I forget, with a double action, but with this, it's just the push of a button. And if your hand's in the wrong place, there's a lot of, had I done it with the Scarab, it would have hurt, but those have way less. double action OTFs, even ones that are as powerful as the Scarab, they have way less power than a single action. A single action is, I mean, really powerful. Let's see. Yeah. Yikes. I think I can probably get it to go through that thing. It actually blasted it out of my hands. Yeah, it will definitely, absolutely no problem do that. It actually pulled that piece of paper out of my hand before it punctured it. Not that that's overly impressive, right? But yeah, this will stop the Scarab 100%. See, it'll stop the Scarab. It won't stop this. It's not a regular piece of paper. It's one of those like cards, right? So yeah. Let's see. Have I put skiff bearings on my XMs yet? No, I haven't. I didn't know that the skiff support. Maybe I should order some. That'd be cool. Current favorite large OTF. I love the Scarab, but I'm crushing hard on the Recon 40. I will own a Recon 40. After having handled the 40 and the Elite, I'll own one for sure. What's the big knife? Oh, sorry, I missed that. What's the knife? What's the one knife you currently own that you would be most proud to pass down to your children? Hang on. Let me take a quick look before I answer that. Probably any of the Hinderers or the titanium XM24 or the 8020, because of like just what it took to get these. Like this, I mean, especially this one. Building a true titanium XM24 was something I've been trying to do for 8 years, and I finally did it. So yeah, and that's something that I can, be cool, because it's like, this is an American knife. It's an expensive premium knife. It's an expensive knife, right? But it was also really hard to put together, right? 8020, while at some point I'm sure that it'll be more available, it's just not, I got lucky with the 8020 for sure. Let's see here. What time is it? 10:07. Guys, this was a wonderful live stream. There were a whole bunch of people in here. This was really fun. Like I said, many of the knives that you're looking at out here tonight, I linked them right down in the description. So if you're interested in picking something up or checking something out, you can just head right down there before or after the video ends, and you can check that stuff out if you want. This was a lot of fun. Thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Those of you who are always in here, thank you again. And for people who have never checked out the live stream, thank you for stopping by. I do this every single Saturday. Be patient on this. This is coming June 4th. I know that many of you will be very excited. That's going to be pretty much it tonight, guys. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your Saturday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.